Am I the asshole for wanting to quit a campaign early after an annoying, actually guy ruined my big twist? I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. Edit. I did not, in fact, keep it short and sweet.
At least you're nice to, yeah.
Also better written than most of the ones we read.
Fair enough, yeah.
Also, sorry for all the parentheses, lol. I'd worked heavily with the DM, a close friend of mine, to craft a changeling rogue who actually used to work for the big bad of our campaign and was now on a quest for revenge. For those of you who don't know, a changeling is a thing that changes into various creatures or people. So it's like they can shapeshift at will.
Okay, interesting.
They're like magical creatures, essentially.
Okay.
If you've ever watched The Owl House, there's a changeling in there.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
That pretends to be, what's her face? Luce.
Yes. Yeah.
I worked heavily with the DM, a close friend of mine, to craft a changeling rogue who was actually used to work for the big bad guy of our campaign and was now on a quest for revenge, which is a cool idea. But all of that was meant to be a twist, as the other players thought I was just a quiet human rogue with a subclass in being a ranger. I wanted a pet birdie. That is until I made the mistake, or a little hint, because the plan was they eventually figure it out through mistakes I make in my backstory, or a reaction to seeing my boss again, where I just try to kill him no matter the plan we make.
Okay.
Of saying something like, I actually practiced a little bit of magic in my long life. I only know a spell that can change my form for a minute, as an option to sneak past a guard and a bit of role-playing. Hey, he can't typically do that. Something fishy is going on.
Oh. So we have like a super nerd, like, being like, I know the entire 700 pages of the D&D handbook.
He's like, actually, changelings aren't allowed to do that because you have to take a long rest if you don't, blah, blah, blah.
Come on. Yeah. Let a couple things slide for the sake of fucking, what are you, cinema sins?
Yeah.
D&D sins?
Dude, aggressively sitting at the DMD table, crossing your arms and going, ding, ding. Your character wouldn't do that, fucking ding.
I didn't realize there would be something worse than cinema sins, and it is, in fact,
something worse than homophobic cinema sins. Yeah. There's gay ding, and then there's regular ding. Now, regular, I'm actually ding.
I'm actually ding.
Okay. Suddenly, this one guy I'd never met before, but is apparently the most diehard D&D encyclopedia at their table. It was like my second game with them. I'll admit I only played a few times before with my friend and some of the people at the table, not the whole group. This was like my fourth time playing, first game of a new campaign for me, not them. Shouts out something like, that's not on your character sheet and you can't use magic, you're already multi-classing. Like, rangers do have spells, they have very specific spells.
Okay, yeah.
So what I'm assuming is that this guy's like, you can't just like change into whatever you want to get past something because you're not like whatever
thing, yeah.
And the DM directed him to address that in game, but he just wouldn't let up. I did make the mistake of pushing when he finally took it to role playing. Honestly, I just wanted them to brush it off and let me shapeshift once in a while. But then he started being a bit rude about how I, quote unquote, didn't understand the rules enough to be at the table.
All right, how about you shut the fuck up forever?
And I, quote unquote, can't just do whatever I want.
How about you shut the fuck up,
game,
whatever?
That's in your mind. That's hilarious. I love it when people say that.
Actually, we're playing with a square board and we have $100 bills and you have to be a little dog. You gotta be a little dog to play D&D, right? That's what we're playing, right? I'll be the shoe.
You're a fucking teapot, okay? So act like a fucking teapot and be a capitalist.
What a wheelbarrow be like this?
You would really fuck me, wheelbarrow?
Ding.
Ding. Fucking ding. Dude, being at the table at the TTRPG meetup with your friends and ruining all your friendships by being aggressive and shouting ding at the top of your lungs.
Awesome.
Because you're the ultimate CinemaSins fan.
God.
Eventually, I just let up and said, fine, my character reveals much earlier than he wanted to that he is a changeling and his name is not blank. He got real quiet, but didn't apologize.
Oh, fuck you then, yeah.
Just said, okay, see, that makes sense now.
So I was technically right this whole time.
So I was right, that makes sense. Which got me so pissed off.
I'm a really cool person, actually.
Oh, so I'm smart as shit is what I've learned from this interaction. Other people at the table played along and tried to make it an interesting scene, but we called the game off early because everyone was a bit high-strung. I don't want to keep playing that character anymore. He's fun and all without the twist, But that was a big moment I was waiting for, and now it's just ruined with no way of setting things back.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to make a new character and rejoin with that guy, but he's been a part of their table for like a year now and is the boyfriend of one of the players.
Ooh.
My friend is telling me that things don't always go the way you want, and there will be more cool moments for my character if I come back and play, but I just don't want to anymore. Am I the asshole? Keep in mind, still somewhat new to the game. Don't rip me apart if I am. I'll listen and concede if I'm wrong for this. I just don't know.
Am I the asshole for telling my brother his wife's a maniac and a shitty mother?
Okay. Those are some charged words, for sure.
I understand it may have been a slight overstep, but I was worried about their son.
Okay.
My brother, male 33, and his wife, let's call her Nat, female 30, met when she was 24, almost 25, at some work Christmas party. She was a coworker's plus one, and they started dating soon after.
Okay.
Listen.
All right.
I think she's very beautiful, very charming and funny, and rather intelligent. And she seems like a great fun, but I always thought the relationship never made sense. She was always very sarcastic with him, bullied him as a way to show affection, let him pay for anything she wanted, make it clear he was hardly a priority in her life, was to be independent. She'd go on in their relationship barely texting him.
Okay. But he liked it, so...
Yeah.
What's wrong with
things
that?
You don't like. Do you know that?
Yeah, believe it or not.
I never understood why my brother, quiet, a little nerdy, would like such a loud, chatty party animal. Every time I asked, he'd just say she was fun, made him laugh, and he just liked her. Fine. Flash forward, she got pregnant when she was 25. They have a little boy called Nikolai. He's 4 now.
Cute.
And I don't think she's an amazing mother. I think she tries, but I don't think she ever wanted to be a parent. I don't think she was ready.
Okay.
She picks up Nikolai up from school in high heels and juicy sweats.
Ew,
Crime
she's
number one.
wearing clothes? And she picks up her son from school?
She goes out with friends often and sometimes brings her 4-year-old son to, quote, brunch or, quote, dinners with her friends, where she gives him coloring books or an iPad.
What?
She's a writer, so she gets to stay home. She'll take him to the park and barely watch him while she writes something.
I can't believe she's a present mother.
Or takes Nikolai to a cafe where he plays by himself while she writes.
Okay.
My brother's a lawyer, so he works quite a bit. When he stays home, though, she normally either leaves Nikolai with him, or it's only when he's around she's more involved. Not taking him to the cafe, I guess.
Yeah, that's not involved.
They have perfect family experiences when they're all together. Yesterday, I saw my brother, and he was telling a story about how Nat took Nikolai to school really early for a field trip, and how amazing she was, and I just lost it. It's irritating me because I feel like I was going mad. She puts herself and her needs first every time, and her poor son is just an afterthought. So I told him he's married to a maniac, and that if he can't see how little she cares for being a mother, he's stupid. This is how you cut off family in a real 5 years.
She needs to be on a farm without a job, in a dress, baking bread right now.
Now he's royally pissed off. So is my mother, even though she agrees with me, and I don't want to think about Nat. And that's it. That's the end of the story. R/off my chest.
Okay.
I invested my son's college fund in NFTs. My family still doesn't know.
I'm glad it's not an Am I the asshole?
Disclosure. Okay, listen. I know.
I'd have an answer right now.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. It does suck if this is real, because we're all adults here. We all know the internet's real.
Yeah, everything on the internet's real 100%.
Yeah, I know that it would be really bad if you lost all of your college funds, and it would be really bad for the 15-year-old if the college fund money went to NFTs. However,
but it's also really funny to spend it on apes, and then apes gone.
Yes, we can have two thoughts at the same time.
We can laugh and also realize how sad this is.
Yes.
Yes.
I, 36 male, heard about an NFT investment opportunity on X recently. Going through a guy that was
Elon made this.
Going through a guy that was apparently very high up in the industry. I got friends in the industry. I am a financial professional, and I thought I would have a pretty clear idea of how it would develop.
Okay.
I didn't have any investment funds to use, so I used 1/10 of my son's 15 male college fund and invested it, thinking it would be temporary. As soon as I made the money back, I was going to use it to double what I'd taken out of the fund. I was told the stocks were doing really well, so I decided to keep taking more money out of his fund and investing it. After I put all the money in, I got no updates on the stocks, and I realized it was a scam. It was too late to recover anything. I haven't told my family because I'm worried about how they will take it. I'm also really shocked as to how easily I got scammed. I wouldn't consider... Listen, it's easy to get scammed, but you were on X. I'm also really shocked as to how easily I got scammed. I wouldn't consider myself particularly susceptible to scams at all, but this has shaken me.
You're a human being.
Everyone's susceptible to scams. Yes.
Yes. What the fuck? Why do people still think they're not susceptible to scams, cults, or fascists? You know what? Fascism. You know what I mean?
So, okay, there was an edit and then an update. The update I did not have when I picked the story.
Oh, God. Okay.
So, edit. Just to answer some commonly asked questions.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you're actually an actual finance professional. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I have been day trading for 6 months and I've made profits in the past.
All right. Okay. Well, I was worried that this was real because I was like, a real finance professional is out here betting on NFTs.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, you got to contact all your clients and quit, you know?
Yeah.
But no, you're a day trader. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
Yeah, you wouldn't fall for a scam like this considering your profession. I don't agree with that one if that is actually.
I think people
anyone can get scammed, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought so either. The website he linked to was very professional, had multiple customer statements talking about their profits, had numbers that supported their statements, and was very polite and professional when dealing with me.
You know bitches can lie though, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Why invest in NFTs in 2024?
Yes.
They have been steadily improving the benefits of NFTs. They're more scalable.
Don't do this.
And they have the opportunity to revolutionize digital property and industries like gaming and AI.
Don't you fucking do this to me.
Digital fucking property,
Please don't. Please don't.
Also,
bring it back. I don't want it.
Yeah. Also, 15 is the age of my son, not the amount that was in his college fund. Thanks to all the people telling me to come clean, I will do that as soon as I have made back the money.
Oh my God, you idiot.
By day trading, because I'm a professional. Update. She wants a divorce.
Oh. ...
FML. This will be the final edit because honestly, this post has only made things worse. Fuck you guys.
Oh. To be fair, with that update, I don't believe it.
Am I wrong for calling off the wedding because I'm suspicious of what my fiance did at her bachelorette party? You know what's crazy? How many weddings get ruined because of bachelorette parties? I just don't understand the concept of, hey, I'm going to marry the love of my life, someone I want to have children with, someone I want to grow old with. Let me go and fuck around one last time with some strippers and ruin it all. I just don't understand the fascination. Not saying all bachelor and bachelorette parties are like that, but some of them, that's like their intent to just really get down and dirty with someone before they are with someone forever. So I, 27 female, and my fiance, 28 female. I decided to call off the wedding after some suspicious events happened at my fiance's bachelorette party. We are going to get married next week on Saturday and had our bachelorette parties this past weekend. Me and the boys hung out together at a friend's place, chatted and played games. My fiance and her bridesmaids decided to go to Mayhan Wine House. It is a traditional Turkish entertainment place. I called and texted her that night, but there was no reply. My gut feeling screamed something was wrong, so I decided to ask about it to S. I know her through the family, and she is not as close as with my fiance as other bridesmaids. She told me they went to a club. A very nasty one at that. There are no stripper clubs in Turkey to my knowledge, but that specific place they went to is just nasty. I went there for a New Year's party in the past, and that was the craziest shit I've ever witnessed. It's no different than a brothel. I asked how come they went to a club instead of Mayhem. She told me others changed their mind on the way, but she did not go as she did not like the clubs at all. I got a reply from my fiance late in the morning and told me that they stayed at D, another bridesmaid's place, after getting drunk in Mayhem. I asked her if everyone was there and she said yes. Now the problem is, D's place is almost 2.5 hours away from that place. There was no way 7 girls were able to go together to that place in the middle of the night, especially when public transport was not available. Taxi is out of question due to the cost and capacity. I asked one of my friends to call her girlfriend, who was another bridesmaid. She told him she went back to her place and others just went to different places. There are inconsistencies all over. I FaceTimed my fiance right away on WhatsApp, but she said she would call me once she is available. She called me some minutes later, but she was outside and I'm pretty sure it was not in the district D lived in. I confronted her about it when she came back, but she could not give any satisfying answers to my questions. It became, I must have said it wrong first. Then other bridesmaids except S texted me confirming things all at once. It was so obvious there was something fishy here and they were all coordinating by my fiance. Alarms were ringing in my head, and yesterday I decided to call off the wedding. No one explained to me what happened that night clearly. When they do, there are inconsistencies all over. I announced it in the friend group and family groups. She was going crazy right now, but there is still no single satisfying answer about what happened that night. I was even told not to be an insecure guy, but there's just no way. Everything points to at least something fishy happening there, and they were trying to cover it. My friend, whose girlfriend was a bridesmaid, has also decided to break up with her. It is chaos all over. Am I the asshole?